Hey, Shlomo, man, sure want to start off souls by giving no praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, that belongs to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors you brothers doing the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. Yahweh, that's the true name of whom the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh, Jehovah, his true name is Yahweh, and the true name of his son is Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Well, his true name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, so we're gonna get into something, just only a quick one, depending on what the spirit wants. It's just like, in this world, man. Look, we just gonna lose. This world is just a place where we just gonna lose things. Because it ain't meant for us to win. Because this is our prison camp. Okay, this is market 2:10. This is means can't go and something else. So arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Right? And every now and then we'll lose stuff, just so we don't become comfortable here, right? Just as a reminder that this isn't our rest and we can't have things the way that we want. This is because it's polluted, yeah, because, those things that we have in one way or another, there's going to be a pollution to them, right? Whether it's like a job or a car or a woman or whatever it is, right? There'll be something in there where it's kind of like, there is a pollution. If it's a job make you work on a Sabbath, right? Your company may, have some dodgy dealings or whatever, or have you be corrupted, right? If it's a woman, well, we don't even need to go there, right? So it says it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction, right? But like I said, it's just a reminder for us that here we have no continuing city, right? Which is here in Hebrews 13:14. So for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come, yeah. And that's why, would you call it, the Lord will do this every now and then, right? Take certain things away, or whatever, what have you, right? Because this isn't the place of our rest. Right? That's why we go through the things that we go through. It's a refining process to make us, uh, as perfect as we can be, right? Because we're not going to be perfect, but we can, do, the best that we can. Right, it says Sirach 2:1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right, we've got to prepare our soul for temptation because we will be tempted. Once again, part of those temptations is, things might be given and things may be taken away. And that's just the nature of the game, right? But then the question, right, that Yahweh Shem Shah asking is, okay, so what you gonna do now? Right? Okay, I gave you this thing, I took it away. What you gonna do now? Right? It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Right? So get in the right spirit and constantly endure. Right? Meaning there's gonna be, constant temptation that we have to overcome. It says, I make not haste in the time of trouble. I.e., when things ain't going quite right, don't immediately just be like, oh, and just give up. Right now, during times of trouble, those are good periods of refining, right? It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And one of the priests we God is Job, right? And Job went through that, lost it all, right? So that at the last end there was a reward. Okay, and that's the thing, because although we go through what we go through, right, we all go through it so that we can grab this crown at the end of the game, right? It's Romans 8:18. Says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us, right? So all the things that we go through, the things that we lose, the things, whatever it is, right? That is just the suffering for this time, right? But when we look, once again, you look at a job where it might lose a job, might lose your woman, you're right, you might lose your car, whatever. But in the kingdom, we're gonna be kings. We won't need a job. We're gonna have slaves, right? We won't need a car. We're gonna have actual chariots. Right? And our women are gonna be righteous, right? They're gonna be virgins, okay? No other man will have ever been up in there, and a best yet, Esau wouldn't have been up there, because you get certain brothers that were being with their missus for a long time when they were the first one in there, but hey, I'll tell you, hey, he's up in there, man. Right? Why? Because they got the philosophies of this world in them, right? Tainted, if you will. Okay, so in the kingdom we're gonna get everything in righteousness, right? So yeah, we can lose things now, but guess what? We're gonna get them back in righteousness in the kingdom, right? It says verse 4, Sirach 2 and 4 says, whatsoever was brought upon thee, take cheerfully, right? And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Yeah, when things get taken away, right? Yeah, we got to take that cheerfully and be patient, right? And have faith that the Most High is going to come back and, find a way. It will not find a way. He's going to make a way, right? Most High is going to make a way to increase us at our last end, right? And we're coming up to that period, as we speak, observing and watching what's going on in the world. Right, we're getting to a point where we can tell that this man's kingdom is about to, be brought to an end, right? It says, yeah, so whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Yeah, you take it with a smile. You give praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, right? When we receive and when we lose, we got to give praise at Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, so for gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, right? So we're gonna go through adversity, right? We're gonna go through temptation. We're gonna go through all of these things so that we can be built up in Yahweh Shem Shai. So believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Right? And that's what it comes down to, because you read Hebrews the 11th chapter, it says, without faith, it is impossible to please him. Right? So we have to have faith when we're brought to a lower state. And, that faith is, all right, just have patience with the Lord. He'll find a way for me out of this little jam that I'm in. Okay? So yeah, let's just carry on. Wait, have I finished that yet? That's that one. Read that one. Yeah, we'll grab that one in a sec. Right. It says Matthew 19:27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we are forsaken all and follow thee. What shall we have therefore? And this is it. It's when we came into this truth, right? Hey, we forsook a lot more than we may have realized. Okay, the things that people in this world do, we just don't do. To talk about, say, women, whatever, what have you. When you're dealing with a woman, she wants to go this place. Now I want to go restaurant, right? You go to a restaurant, you look at the menu, you can't eat anything there, and you're like, nah, we ain't staying in this restaurant or whatever, what have you, right? And then guess what? That's gonna cause friction and tension, right? Or oh, I want to go to city break over the weekend. In this truth, you can't do that. We'll be loving to do that. Oh yeah, I want to go. Yeah, we can go Venice over the weekend. Obviously for here, in the UK, Europe is close, right? But basically, that's basically what it is. There's just certain things that we just can't do for people in this world, right? What might want to there's various examples, right, where we're just like I can't do this, can't do that, you know and that's why the scriptures talk about let me try find it. So Luke 14:28. Right, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it, right? Lest haply after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, right? Saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Okay, and that's allegory to people that come into this thing of ours, right? And then then they fall off, right? When we came in, we had to count the cost, right? And hope that, that we had enough, because once again, when we came in, hey, we were agreeing to lose, more than we will gain, right? So this is verse 28 says, and Yahweh said unto him, verily I say unto you that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, well, when the Son of Man, it's going into reincarnation, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Okay, so that's the reward. Everything that is that we've lost in this world, guess what? We go and receive it all in the kingdom, right? Several fold, because 100, is just, a number, right? It's basically saying numeral, because we go and live forever. Right? If you lose one wife, you ain't just gonna have 100 wives in the kingdom. You're living forever. You're gonna have, wives galore. You're gonna have children's galore, right? It says, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Okay, and I'll just grab Job 1. It's Job 1:21. It says, and said, naked came out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Yahweh gave, and Yahweh hath taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged the Most High foolishly. Yeah, because one thing you don't want to do before the Lord jacks you up is to, lose things and then start cursing the Most High. Lord will jack your shit up, man. Right? Because what? What did Job say? Yahweh gave and Yahweh hath taken away. You read, there was Romans 3:23 says all of sin will come short of the glory of the Most High. So really, we deserve nothing but death, because that's the wages of sin. Okay, so, and notice also how Job praised the Most High and all of this. And once again, this story of Job is an allegory of the children of Israel, because Job lost it all, right? And then in the end, in his latter end, he received it many-fold back, right? He just had to go through that period just to be proven worthy. And just like us, well, you just going, the laws will be of that number, just going through this, right, so that the law can prove us worthy. Okay, so as always, laws that was edifying. Until the next time we say shalom.